Alright, there's the open. Let's see what's going on the delta. What I do for this guy is I think that looks good. Keep that format now, let's try to pay attention to what's going on with the delta. Alright, so we don't have any thousands yet. let's keep watching and see if we get some. I'm going to take off sim. Always takes a second. Make sure I have the right account loaded. Put the test order in. Looks like we're working. So we are above the moving average on, or above VWAP on pretty much every time frame here. Why are you here? Data limiting. Just load one. Today, 8:30, yes. Alright, so that has given us a bit more information. We're now down below the VWAP here. Looks like we're heading lower. So I am not opposed to shorts today, but I just got to keep my wrist tight on them because we are in a pretty bullish area, especially on the daily chart. I mean, we're just screaming bullish. So I want to be as careful as possible with being short today. We do have news coming up today, 9:45 and 10 o'clock. Let's see what kind of information we can pull today. No, I do not want that enabled. Okay. So this is a pretty steady downtrend here. 13, make sure my charts align. Looks like they do. Yeah, very steady downtrend here. Almost zero pullbacks. We got a little bit of volatility here. 2 ATR candles in a row. I'm not sure I exactly want to chase that. It could be heading into capitulation territory, especially since we are below the bottom band of the moving average. So I'm just going to be hands off. Let's watch, see what happens. I especially need precedence for these kinds of moves. What we do is keep that guy on there. Yeah, steady downtrend here. Let me check in on my other time frames. Looks like the daily we're going to VWAP -1. On the weekly we're still +1. I'm trying not to use the is this from? Yeah, that's from Friday. This is all pre-market. Or no, it's not. So this is the wrong data. So let me move this here. That is Friday. Right there. It looks like, okay, so we are actually below VWAP on the weekly and on the monthly. We just turned over a new month, so I'm using last month's. We are still +1. Daily chart is very strong, but it looks like we're showing some signs of weakness on the other time frames, which is interesting. That does give us some context here. In that case, let me change my weekly. Weekly, we are below VWAP. Daily, I believe we are also below -1. The monthly, we're still above. So let's continue to watch here. We are slowly turning around. That could be just late shorts that are about to get squeezed. We still have more selling on the delta here. It could be a little breakout trade that I'll try here. See if I can get a couple ticks. I think I got one out of it. I think this is an old order because I am out of that trade already. Yeah, it looks like that was 2 ticks that I got there. Could have held it a bit longer, but I'm not too upset about that. Just trying to get some points on the board. It's weird. It's not filling my trades. I might have to manually import trades today. Yeah, let's go ahead and manually import. Looks like the importer might have had an update. It's not working. That was a pretty good trade. Breakout favor. I did have the moving averages working for me there. And I had an ATR candle that I was using as momentum. So ATR candle momentum on that one. We got a little bit more volatility here at lows. We got 2 ATR candles in a row. We've got one pretty strong move on the delta here that I'm going to mark out. Where does it start? It starts from here. And it's still going. So I'll go ahead and mark that guy out. So 1 trade in for 2 ticks. I am just continuing to watch and wait for setups. I want the 3-second chart to look perfect when I execute. I don't really want to be experimenting today. I'm pretty confident I know what a good setup looks like. So I'm just going to continue waiting for that. The best possible setup. We're bleeding here. I just need some higher time for context. Where are we currently? So it looks like we are screaming down towards the bottom VWAP on the weekly. That bottom VWAP is going to be 78.50. We're currently trading 85s. So let's see if we get there. Pretty bloody open here. Lots of bleeding on the delta here. Looks like NASDAQ is trying to push up off of its lows, but it could be failure, especially after that most recent sell-off. Let's see what happens here on this ATR candle. Sometimes they like to push lower, other times they could just reclaim it, and this could be a bunch of late sellers that are about to get squeezed. Let's wait and see. I'm more interested in pullbacks. Pretty bottom heavy on the profile here. A pullback, an ATR candle pullback above 85s, maybe 86s would be worth the short for me. We do have one continuation candle. I'm going to pulse check a short, 84.75. Looks like I might be getting squeezed on it. So I'd maybe be able to get out of that for 1 or 2 ticks. So decent pulse check, but not great. It did come back on me a little bit. Let's wait and see what happens. We got some pretty sharp delta there. That wasn't quite a bit of selling. The sellers could get reclaimed. But let's wait and see. I'm not in the prediction business. One green ATR, pulse check short 83. That would have worked for a point. So it looks like those pullback ATRs are working. It was a decent pullback, but it's too tight for me to want to short it, I think. Because it's kind of like stuttering up here. It didn't put in an actual ATR candle. It looks like Russell and NQ are pushing off of their lows. Which is not a trade in itself, but if something sets up, it does give me a little bit more confirmation to want to hold, or to maybe push longs down here. A fair bit of buying. We are over to the 50 SMA now. That's the first time the whole session, essentially, that we've been over the 50 SMA. Buyers do not seem to be pushing on the delta. It looks like a lot of absorbing here. Which could actually be a good sign of reversal, because that means the more sellers that jump in here trying to keep it down, the more potential there is for a short squeeze. These late sellers could get squeezed here. So let's see what happens with that. We do have a bit of a shove down. Let's see if they reclaim it. That could be a good defense area there at 81s. But we are definitely still downtrending at this point. Fresh sellers coming in here. We've got fresh new lows on the cumulative delta, but we have not made fresh new lows. Price. NASDAQ and Russell still seem to be defending their lows. Strong move up here. I'm going to try to long and catch the continuation, but I pulled it there for, I believe, a 6-tick loss. That was just a little bit too quick of a move. And in hindsight, this looks like a very good setup for breakout, because we are compressing near the low of day. We're failing to make new highs, and we got a quick move up on that delta, which meant that sellers likely pulled their orders, causing the market to spoof down lower. That being said, that could be the capitulation we're looking for. I don't want to get too aggressive with an entry here, but I'll try 82.75 long. It's taking a little too long to get up there. I'm going to pull it off there for, I believe, 4-tick loss. We were just kind of hesitating to there. That was kind of like a time-based stop loss, where I went long looking for the break of range highs, and it just wasn't giving it to me. We were kind of just stuttering down there for too long, so I went ahead and pulled it. We're down 10 ticks on the day so far. Across those 2 or 3 trades in, I suppose. Looks like we're testing range highs again here at 84s. Good break of range highs. I will go ahead and bid the pullback at 84.50. Filled 84.50 long. I'm going to try to work an exit at 86.50 for the 2 points. Pulling back on my entry a little bit. We're going to trade below 84.50s. And I will take this off if it starts accepting back below here, because that could be a sign of a fake breakout. Yeah, I pulled it there for, I believe, a 6-tick loss. So that was a pretty tight trade there. It came within 1 tick of filling my profit, which happens. That happens in trading a lot, so I'm not going to beat myself up over it by any means. It looks like ES is significantly weaker than Russell and NASDAQ, as they both look to be defending their lows while ES is pushing lower. So it could be a fresh low there. A fresh low on a good break of Delta. There's some big orders that came in there. I say fresh low, but we did defend the low of day. Let's see if we take it here. There it is, new low of day. Fresh Delta. Looks like this move is pushing lower. Looks like both Russell and NASDAQ are following in suit, although Russell still has not made a new low of day yet. We are coming up on news, 10 o'clock news here shortly. So let's wait and see what happens. We've got a good fadeable ATR candle to the short side. I'm going to take it. Short 78.75. Just accepting a little bit too much up here. I took it off for break even, but it looks like it would have worked for the 6 ticks. I'm not going to reattempt it either. Let's just wait and see what happens at the low of day here. So we got some pretty fat reclaim above us. It was on relatively low delta though. I do not see a whole lot of selling in that fresh move down, which could set up for good mean reversion territory. Let's just see here though, because so far my losing trades have been to the long side, and I do not exactly want to keep catching a knife. Good ATR candle up. I will bid the pullback at 78. Build 78.25 long. Let's see if we can get a push back up to 80. We seem to be stuck in a slip range here. I'm going to take it off for 2 ticks. We failed 80s, so I got long at 78, looking for the breach of 80s, and we failed, and that came back on me. And it looks like that was a good exit because it would be pulling back on me pretty hard right now. So I will take those 2 ticks of profit where I can. And it looks like we're slip ranging pretty hard here into that 10 o'clock news. A little bit of chop here. Looks like we're about to get a fresh break all day. There it is. Lots of sell delta there. This does have a pretty good look for a fake breakout of this range, but considering that we're within 5 minutes of ISM news, if I trade anything, it's got to be super tight and it's got to have a lot of confirmation. So it also looks like that reclaim is failing, and we're pushing our hands off. Let's go ahead and look at some of the higher time frames here. So daily VWAP, we are below the lower band. So I do not really want to be long down here. The trend is so strong down here. We are also below the VWAP. The weekly, So change some of these around. So weekly -1, daily -1, and monthly still +1. Okay, so yes, +1. So we got a lot of conflicting data from the trends. So when the trends are conflicting, it's probably a good idea to contain your risk and trade lightly, which is exactly what I plan on doing. But it states like my trades are not imported properly, unfortunately. It says the P&L is coming in, but the entries and exits are not, so I'm gonna have to update something. Let's go ahead and take off the auto importer. Let's go ahead and remove We got a couple ATR candles, but we're so close to news that I'm going to wait. The market does appear to be thinning out a little bit. So let's wait until after 10 o'clock to make any major decisions here. We are less than 60 seconds from news. Market seems to be thinning. Getting pretty spready. You can see over here on the 3-second delta that the volume has pretty much dried up. Just 10 seconds here. Let's see. Volatility. Still not a lot of delta. The market is still super thin. A lot of digest. Let's wait until it thickens up a little bit. So you can see it thickening up here. We're getting back up to like a 20 average on the bid-ask. There's some 30s hitting there. So it is getting a little tighter. Thickening up a little bit. That being said, we still are slip ranging here at the low of the day. Fresh low day here. Pretty thick volatility. There are quite a few sellers there. So let's quickly grab some higher time frame. We're still below the VWAPs here. We're down about 30 points off the open, it looks like. 40 points off the open. Still steadily downtrending. So yeah, until we see any signs of reversal, I'm still short biased. In fact, I would even go as far to say that the longs are off the table down here, unless something exceptional sets up. I do not want to be long down here. So it looks like we're setting up a little bit of a support zone here at 69s. We got a big old fat reclaim into a high volume node here. Not that I am interested in trading that to the long side, but I am interested in watching it and seeing what information it can give. Because if we start trading through high volume nodes, like if we start trading through prior rally areas, then that is definitely a change of hair. So we have invalidated most of this reclaim. We are now trading above the 50 SMA on a pretty decent delta, buy-in delta, but still not anything too crazy. Let's take a look at delta imbalances here, perhaps. No, nothing crazy. So we are still in sit on our hands territory here. The daily lower VWAP is at 77. So unless we can start trading over that, I do not want to be But let's see what happens. Pretty steady buying on the way up here. Pull back ATR, but again, we're just so low. I don't feel comfortable buying it. I'll get a pulse check along 74.50. Let's see what happens. Pull back on the point here. It's getting pretty wacky with the OTR candles. Might have to pull that. So that was a losing pulse check. That was a bad pulse check. So it's still pretty safe to say the longs are off the table here. We failed to trade through that prior rally area. We are now trading lower off of it. So it looks like every time we put in a resistance, we fail. At least for the time being. I will keep my eye out for pullback shorts, just to continue this momentum. We could get a retest of lows here pretty shortly. So we're pushing lower. Pretty good delta. That was a big move down right there. That was 1,000 watts. Let me mark that down. Chart. I think it would have originated from up here. Let's put in a new convergence. We've got a convergence area at 76s. That move did have a pretty capitulatory look to it. But in this market, that doesn't really mean much. I could easily just keep trading lower. We certainly do not want to catch any knives today, especially when we do not have time frame confluence. Where is that monthly? The monthly VWAP is at. It's actually at 80 overnight lows, which is, or prior day lows, which is 43.50. Daily chart looks pretty ugly. It looks really bullish there for a while, but we could be coming back to reclaim that area. So it looks like we want to test lows again. We just defended 67s. If I get a sharp ATR candle pullback, I will trade the short continuation. There it is. I will try to get short 69, short 68.75 build. Let's see if we can get a break of lows or 67s. The reclaim risk is substantial here, but it's still a good risk reward. I'm going to work an exit at 67.50. Got it. Another ATR pullback. This one seems a little too sharp. I want to wait for right side of the V on these. And it doesn't look like we're going to get it, so I'm hands off on this short. It's kind of toppling back over here. Let's try the short 71. That was a big pullback on me. Pivot off the 76 confluence. I'm going to try to the short here, 75.50. And I think if this convergence area holds, I could get a reclaim down to 71s. But let's see. I obviously don't want to hold the lows for this. We do seem to be holding up here. I'm going to move a stop up to 77s. Try to keep this tight, because if we continue upwards, then I am on the wrong side of an uptrend. And it looks like I will be taking a stop there. So that was a try two on the same idea. It didn't quite work. Acceptance above this convergence area would be a pretty good sign of reversal, especially since we are now trading above the lower VWAP band. So let's look for signs of continuation upward. Also do not necessarily want to chase anything up here. So let's wait for a good setup. There is a bit of a pullback here, but it's looking a little too lethargic. I like my pullbacks to be a little quicker, a little sharper. And we do have a resistance area that we failed a couple times there at 78. So if we are failing 78s again, this could mean that we're back down. But I am hands off on shorts because that would be technically a try-through, and I do not want to attempt the same idea more than twice. We're putting in a bit of a support here at the high of that big candle, which I know Price likes to do. So I am still long biased. I'm going to hold out for a good pullback candle. I'm going to bid 77s long filled on an ATR candle pullback. So this is an ATR continuation trade. And I'm going to stop up to 74, 75, which is the bottom of this range here. Would ideally like to see us break through 78s, but let's see how we do it. There's the break of 78s. Let's see us accept up here. We do got a big reclaim up here to 82s, so I'm not going to hold for the entire thing, but I would like to see how we trade it. Right now, it does look very good. I need to bankroll a little bit, so I'm going to take this off at 79, 75. Build. So that was a decent latex win, was that? I think that was a 10-tick win, so that fixed quite a few of our mistakes from earlier. That was a pretty good ATR continuation trade. I liked that one a lot. ATR pullback, but given the fact that we just invalidated a big support resistance area and a big reclaim, I am not as confident trading this to the long side anymore. It looks like we are accepting below the 50 SMA. We're touching the convergence area again at 76s. Could be a rotation. I'm going to bid 76.25 for the continuation on the ATR candle. Let's see if I get filled or not. I'm going to chase it by a tick. 76.50 long, filled. A little bit of pullback here. Took it off there. I think that was a 5-tick loss. We are redefending. And there's the acceptance into the reclaim below, so I'm hands off on long trades here for the time being. We could easily just take back all of this reclaim here. There it is. We have traded through all of that reclaim. Back down to 71s. Still more below us, but that was the majority of the fat reclaim there. The big heavy delta reclaim. These sometimes can be rotations, and now that I think about it, there is a pretty high delta confluence convergence here. Let's go ahead and mark that out. That'll go up to 76s again. So now 76s has a pretty high convergence on it. So does 67s, so we are kind of trading in between the two of those right now. There is a pretty high breach on heavy delta there, heading down to 67s. Now 67s could either be a breakout into the lows or it could be a pivot point. We do have a two-factor convergence there. And it looks like we're taking the breakout, so this has been traded through, and so has this. We're back below the lower VWAP, so I do not want to long that here. Let's look for signs of continuation to the short side. I just need to remind myself where that monthly VWAP is. The monthly VWAP is at 44. So we're quite a ways away from that. There is an ATR continuation. Let's wait for the hard side of the V. I'll go ahead and try the short 68.50 for the ATR continuation to the short side. I would like to see 65s out of this, potentially. Let's see how it gets there first. So that looked like a pretty good defense of that low. I'm going to move my stop up to 70. I'll take it out there for 66.50. That was a good two-point trade there. Again, fixing some mistakes, but still overall down on the day. I'm pretty content with calling it here. Red on the day. I think today was pretty decent. We'll see in review. Lots of volatility, which I think, volatility can hurt sometimes. And it certainly wasn't easy today. Today was a bit of a challenge. I think I did a pretty good job of following most of my rules. So I guess we will see what review has in store. And I will jump into that now.